So do you also use Razorpay to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for failed Razorpay payment. So over here I'm running a skincare company and we use Razorpay to sell our products online. So now what I want is that as soon as a new payment gets failed in my Razorpay, automatically my team on Microsoft Teams should be notified about the same so that they can follow up with the potential customer more efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Razorpay and Microsoft Teams. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So as you know, in this tutorial I'll show you how to automatically notify your team on Microsoft Teams whenever a Razorpay payment gets failed. So this integration ensures that your team is immediately informed about the payment issues, allowing them to take a quick action and improve the customer experience. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that this is the product, which is Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner, which I'm selling with the help of Razorpay. So let's say that my name is Demo User. I'm trying to purchase this product. Okay, so I'm just going to try to purchase this product right from here, and now I'm going to select the payment method. We're going to enter the card details and click on continue, and as soon as we're going to click on continue right over here, it is saying confirming your payment. So we're going to wait for a few seconds right over here, and as you can see, payment could not be completed. So yes, you can see the reason is that international cards are not supported. So yes, because of this, the payment could not be completed right over here, and now this payment has got failed. So I'm just going to open my Microsoft Teams, and as you can see that my team is notified right over here for the failed payment. A payment attempt has failed on Razorpay. Name, email, phone, reason, international transactions not allowed. Contact the customer to resolve the payment failure and ensure that they complete their purchase. So as you can see that we have successfully sent an automated message to our Teams channel. So yes, you must be wondering that this is such a great hack to get your potential customers back, right? So yes, you can also create this hack for your business, and for that you have to watch this tutorial towards the end. So what we're going to do is, with the help of Pabbly Connect, we're going to build a connection between our Razorpay and Microsoft Teams. Okay, so for that I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in, and as soon as we're going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, but in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Razorpay and Microsoft Teams. So I'm just going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as I'm going to click on access now right over here, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we're going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for failed Razorpay payment, Razorpay to Microsoft Teams, and then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this we can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers, but over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands of our trigger. So now to start with this automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Razorpay because of what I want is, I want that as soon as a new payment gets failed in my Razorpay account, automatically my workflow should be triggered, right? So now it is asking me for the trigger event. So for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as payment failed. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So that's why I've selected this payment failed right over here, so that as soon as a new payment gets failed, my workflow should be started. And as I was going to select the trigger event, it has given me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Razorpay account and the Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what you're going to do is, first we're going to copy this webhook URL, and then we're going to follow this help text given right over here. And it is saying log into your Razorpay account, navigate to the webhook section available under the settings section. Click on add new webhook, copy paste the webhook URL. Okay, we're going to follow the same, I'm going to open my Razorpay dashboard. From the left side of the bar, we have to go on this developers, and after coming on this developers right over here, we have to go on this webhooks, and as you can see the button of add new webhooks, we have to go on this, and now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So it's just going to paste the webhook URL which we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me for the secret and the alert email. So as you can see, both of these are not the required fields. We're going to leave it as blank, and now it is asking me for the active events. So as you can see that in the help text it's stated that now select payment field from the active events section. Okay, so we're going to select the same, which is payment field, and then we're going to click on this button which says create webhook, and as we're going to click on this button, yes, you can see webhook saved successfully. So yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our Razorpay account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is I'm going to open a product, I'm going to try to purchase it, and somehow the payment will get failed. So that's the test submission by which we can test our connection right away. Okay, so I'm just going to open my Razorpay account. From the left side of the bar, we are going to go on the payment pages, and as I'm going to open the payment pages, I'm going to select the page I want to create this automation for, which is this page, natural glow skincare face toner. So I'm just going to copy the page link, and we're going to open this in a new tab right over here, and we're going to try to purchase this product with the name dummy user. You can see the email, the phone, the street address, city, state, and pin code. Okay, so let's say I'm going to try to purchase this product once again right over here, and I'm going to enter the payment method as cards. We are going to enter the card number and click on continue. Once again, I've used an international card right over here, so the payment will get failed once again, and the reason would be international cards are not supported. And as you can see that it has happened the same, and now what will happen is that Razorpay will send the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of this same details which we entered. You can see the same name, the same email, you can see the same phone number, also the same address which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new payment will get failed in my Razorpay account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger this workflow. So we're going to move on towards our action step. So now what I want is I want to notify my team on Microsoft Teams for Razorpay payment failure, right? So for the action application, we are going to select it as Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to search for Microsoft Teams right over here, and as you can see Microsoft Teams, so we're going to select it, and as I'm going to select the action application, for the action event we're going to select it as send message in a channel, and then we're going to click on this blue button which says connect, and as I'm going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Microsoft Teams account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this button which says connect with Microsoft Teams, and as soon as we're going to click on this button right over here, you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click on accept and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on accept, Pabbly is safe, and as soon as we're going to click on accept right over here, and as soon as we're going to click on accept right over here, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this, we have successfully created a connection between our Microsoft Teams account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Okay, so before sending an automated WhatsApp message through Microsoft Teams, what I stated that I want to create this automation only for a single product, which is this Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner, right? So in order to create this automation only for a single product, we have to add an action step between Microsoft Teams and Razorpay 2 right over here in order to create this only for a single product. So for the action application, we have to select filter. It is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to add filter conditions in your workflow. And then for the action event, we have to select filter values and click on connect right over here. And now it is asking me to select the label. So I'm going to select the label as amount right over here. So what I want is I want that if the product is purchased of 550, which is the product amount of Natural Glow Skincare, right? So if the product is purchased of 550, then only this workflow should move on further and an automated message should be sent to my Teams channel, not in the case of any another product. So for the label, I'm going to select the amount of the product right over here. So as you can see, the amount right over here is 55 and 000, but the amount of my product was right over here, you can see it was 550.00, right? So the decimals get eliminated when we capture the response. That's why over here it is showing 5500 and another 0 once again. So okay, we are going to select the label as this only. For the filter type, we are going to keep it as equals to, and now for the value, we have to enter the same value right over here, which is eliminating the decimal, and then we're going to click on save and send test request. And as you can see that it is saying success condition is true. So now what will happen is only if the product is purchased, which is this natural glow skincare face toner, then only this workflow will move on further and send an automated message to Microsoft Teams. Okay, so we're going to move on forward. After creating a connection in Microsoft Teams, it is asking me for the team, to which team I want to send an automated WhatsApp message. So over here the name of my team is sales team, so I'm just going to select the same right over here, which is sales team, because I want to notify my sales team about the new payment failure so that they can follow up with the potential customer, right? So now after selecting my team right over here, it is going to ask me to select my channel. So as you can notice that I have only a single channel in my sales team, which is journal. So we're going to select the same channel right over here only, which is journal. Okay, we're going to move on forward. It is saying message. So as you can see that I want to send a message something like this, right? So as you're going to enter the same message right over here. So yes, you can see that this is the message I want to send, and I've entered it right over here. So you must notice that I have entered these details but not the name, email, phone number and reason of the potential client. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter the same details over here which we received from the response of our Razorpay, but we're not going to copy paste the details or enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Razorpay as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only over here in this case, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the name rights. So let's suppose I'm going to enter the name right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But if we're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to open my previous response and look for dummy user, which is the name, right? So as you can see, the same. So let's suppose we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. So we are going to map the first name, we're going to put a space and then the last name. Same we're going to do with the email too. I'm going to look for email in the previous response, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. Okay, so we're going to map the phone number. I'm going to look for phone in the previous response, we're going to map it, and now we're going to map the reason why did the payment got failed. So as you can see, the reason is this, we're going to map it, and then we're going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request, and as soon as we're going to click on this button, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that we've successfully notified our team on Microsoft Teams about the new payment failure, right? So I'm just going to open my Microsoft Teams, and yes, you can see the notification has been already sent. You can see the same name, the same email and the same phone number, also the reason which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to purchase this product once again with the new details. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh this page, and now for the details I'm going to keep it as this, and I'm going to purchase this product as test user. Okay, so again we're going to select the payment method. Again I'm going to enter the international card number. Again I want that the payment should get failed, right? So that's why once again I've entered the same card number and the another details. So the payments get failed, and yes, you can see it has been failed. Payment could not be completed. International cards are not supported. So as you can see that with this we have successfully did another test submission, and now what has happened is that Razorpay has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent an automated notification on our Microsoft Teams channel about the new payment get failed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Microsoft Teams and check for the new message sent, and this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Microsoft Teams, and yes, you can see the new message sent. You can see the same name, the email, the phone and the reason. So you must notice that these are the same details which we entered in our test submission right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application we selected Razorpay. For the trigger event we selected payment failed. For the action application we selected filter by Pabbly and Microsoft Teams, because I wanted that as soon as the new payment gets failed in my Razorpay account, automatically my team on Microsoft Teams should be notified so that they can follow up with the potential customer more effectively and convert them into a real customer, like which is paying customer, right? So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.